Yo, shout out to everybody today. We're going to get into my first reaction video with I Am Josh about the new Ryobi Automotive Detailing 1200 PSI pressure washer versus the 1800 PSI pressure washer. Most of you guys that use the Ryobi, I think you want to upgrade to this 1200 PSI Automotive Detailing Edition, especially if, for the guys that couldn't afford the Active 2.0 or trying to get some type of flow near that 2.0 gallon per minute. I think this is something you want to jump on. But look, this is my first reaction video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. Let me know how you guys feel about this video. Let me know if I did a good job. And that's it, y'all. But we're going to get right into this video. Shout out to Josh V for bringing this to the light. He's the first one to have the Ryobi. Let's go.
Automotive pressure washer, just a rebranded, re-accessory kitted, same exact version as the Ryobi 1800. I just posted a video reviewing the brand new automotive pressure washer, and that was one of the most common questions that I got. So in today's video, we're going to be testing just that. Now, my initial impression, my initial kind of assumption to this is that no, it's not. Because this one comes with nozzles that are listed as a 3.4 size.
Off the bat, I like these nozzles, man. I think they hit it out the park with these nozzles, man. Even the stubby gun, man. This is a nice product. Let's go. Let's watch the video. Continue.
And it was still running at 14 point, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I believe it was 14.3 amps. That lends me to think that this is a completely different redesigned unit. We're going to look at the overall footprint of this, see if we can see any differences there. But basically with 1800, it comes with a I can't remember exactly, 1.8 maybe. I went and bought a brand new unit of this so that we could test this side by side and have a nice, clear, concise idea, right? I have a Ryobi 1800 already, but I wanted to get a brand new one so there's no discrepancy of maybe that one was broken in or whatever else. These are both brand new units. Now, the Ryobi 1800 comes with, a 1.7 nozzle. So twice the size orifice on the Ryobi 1200 1.8 automotive unit. So again, if we ran this nozzle in that one, I'm assuming that it's going to spike the amps over the 15 amps, but the whole purpose of today's video is to test that side by side so we can get a clear, concise answer and go from there. Now make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel because in the next video I'm going to be comparing the new Ryobi automotive pressure washer to the Active 2.0. They're kind of getting in that same class. It seems like that's where Ryobi was going, trying to compete with that one. Substantially different prices though. The Ryobi's coming in at 150 bucks. The Active 2.0 at 350. The Active 3.0 does get impressive numbers though, so we're gonna test those in the next video.
That's what I'm waiting to see. The results of the Active 2.0 versus the Ryobi 1200 Automotive Detailers Edition. I want to see this. I want to see this face off. Let's go, Josh.
So to get this started, let's talk about the accessories that these come with. Again, on the brand new unit from Ryobi, the automotive pressure washer, we get a 40-foot pressure washer hose, which is fantastic. You'll be able to get around the whole vehicle. Really, really great. You also get this really nice little stubby pressure washer gun. When you're detailing cars, this is...
Yo, that stubby gun is real nice. They have a nice long metal lance at the end of it. I really like that stubby gun. I really like this Ryobi pressure washer, guys. They hit it out the park. Let's go.
I always recommend upgrading your pressure washer gun when you buy these kind of entry-level pressure washers. This one, you don't need to upgrade. It's great. It does the job perfectly fine. You can just attach a foam can to the front. Really, really nice. But they do also include the extension lance. Now, the extension lance is also very nice, and they thought this through. It's not overly long, right? It's a good amount. And then it does have this, again, I don't know the degree bend here. I'm assuming around 30-degree bend. And the reason for that is that if you're working on a larger vehicle and you need to come across the roof and, you don't have you can't exactly point it downward, as long as you can get a little bit of an angle to it, this...
Yeah, guys, I really like the metal lance on this stubby gun. It provides you with a lot of reach, especially on top of the vehicle. It gives you a nice reach on top of the vehicle. You can knock that soap off and don't have to be up there so long. But yeah, This was a good one. I like the last on this one.
Continues, and then you can get a nice cleaning effect because the angle of this extension lance. So really, really nice. You also get 3 nozzles with this thing. You get a 15, a 25, and a 40, and they do have the nozzle cones on them for protection. So if you accidentally kind of tap the paint of the vehicle or a wheel or something like that, it's not the same as a hard plastic piece. Now, it's not like, I mean, the hard plastic is right there. Like, I'm not going to hide that fact, but they did add a nice rubberized coating around that. Really, really great nozzles. Again, these are listed as a 3.4. From my initial test, the 15 got a different amount of pressure and flow, even though it's also listed. Oh, I'm an idiot, guys. I apologize. In my initial video, again, the 15 got substantially lower PSI. I just realized that the 40 is a 3.4, the 25 is a 3.4, and the 15 is listed as a 4.2. I actually really, really like the fact that they did that because we get into, it's called impact force. Because when you change from a 15-degree angle, say at 1 foot, the actual impact force hitting the panel is much more severe than with the 40 because that whole pressure is kind of diluted throughout that entire fan, so you lose the force of impact on the panel. Well, because they went with a larger orifice there, you're still going to get probably more, I would assume, force, but it's not going to be overbearing. So they're just playing it safe here, guys. They went larger with the 15. I don't mind that at all, and that actually makes sense now compared to my original video of why that was a difference. If you guys didn't see that original video, go check it out. I'll link it up here for you guys so you can see that. Did a full walkthrough of this unit. So again, guys, when we talk about the hose, you get a 40-foot hose. Not the best quality hose here, right? We're not going to hide that fact. It does kink, right? But if you want...
Yeah, guys, I think you want to upgrade your hose. I like the Uberflex. I also like the Flexzilla, but whatever your preference is, make sure you upgrade your hose.
An entry-level pressure washer. Again, this thing's coming at $150. Entry level, it's giving you everything that you need to get the job done. So you don't...
For $150, 1200 PSI, 1.8 gallons per minute, I don't think you can beat that. So if you're one of the guys that was interested in the active or anything getting close to the 2.0 gallons per minute, I think you should jump on this. This is a fantastic buy. Shout out to Ryobi.
Have to upgrade. I personally still would. I mean, I have many hoses around, so I would swap the hose, but you don't need to. This will get the job done, no problem. And finally, you get your little foam blaster here, the Ryobi foam blaster. This one's at 750 milliliters. It's not a foam candy. You don't get that super thick foam, but it does give good amount of coverage. This one is a little bit different. You spin it to the left to get the most amount of foam. So again, would I upgrade this? Yeah, but you don't have to. You're going to be able to get the job done with this.
Thanks for tuning in to my reaction video with I Am Josh. The Ryobi 1200 new PSI pressure washer versus the 1800 PSI pressure washer. This one is made for automotive detailing. Hey, let's get back to the video. Let's go.
Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to the Ryobi 1800 and talk about the accessories that comes with. It only comes with 2 nozzles, guys. We get a 15-degree and a turbo nozzle. So that is it as far as accessories go for the nozzles. So again, the 15-degree nozzle is a 1.7. The smaller the orifice, basically the little hole that the water passes through, the smaller the number, the more PSI you're going to get. The lower GPM, though, the lower amount of water flow you're going to get through that. So within car detailing, we want more water flow. It makes it easier to rinse things away. It's safer on the paint and all that kind of stuff. So again, 1.7 versus the 3.4 that these ones come with, or if you're comparing it 15 to 15, the 4.2. Additionally, though, you do get a turbo nozzle. So for around the house, guys, this thing is fantastic. Basically, it's a 0-degree nozzle that rotates. Fantastic cleaning ability, really, really cool. They don't include that on the automotive unit. Now with the 1800 PSI unit, you only get a 20-foot hose. For sure, for me, that's immediate upgrade. It's just not long enough to get anything done. Basically the same, it seems like it's the same kind of construction as the 40-foot hose that the new one comes with. But again, for me, it's too short. So that's something that I would recommend upgrading right away. So you do have to factor that in the price.
Yeah, guys, I think you want to upgrade your hose. I like the Uberflex. I also like the Flexzilla, but whatever your preference is.
The 1800 unit is currently available for I think $99 at Home Depot. So the new one is $50 more, but when you factor in the cost of accessories,
for 150 bucks, 1200 psi, 1.8 gallons per minute, I don't think you can beat that. So if you're one of the guys that was interested in the active or anything getting close to the 2.0 gallons per minute, I think you should jump on this. This is a fantastic buy. Shout out to Ryobi.
it's a fantastic value. So 20-foot hose on the 1800, and then you also get this style of gun, which again, around the house, this is great, right? You can have a little more reach to be able to get to the ground, blast stuff off your concrete driveway or whatever else. But again, for car detailing, stubby is better. And then finally, you do get a foam blaster as well. Different styled one though. On the one for the automotive pressure washer, you can actually change it from vertical to horizontal. You can change the amount of foam. On this one, there's no adjustment, right? So no adjustment up top. You can't spin it. There's no measurement to this thing. I don't know exactly. This is either, I would assume 500 to 750 milliliters, something like that. But there's no measurement on this one versus that one. There is. Now let's
For 150 bucks,
go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison look at these units, right? To see if there's any differences that we can know. When you look at these things side by side, the footprint seems to be exactly the same. The whole overall design of the units look to be exactly the same. Same amount of nozzle storage. The switch is essentially the same. On the new automotive one, it has the written on and off button. But then when we go around the back end or the front end, the water connections do look slightly different. So for the water inlet, that's what attaches to your garden hose. You can see the overall, the overall design of the connection point is different. And then when we go to the other side of the unit, again, the water outlet valve, where you connect your hose, it's a different color. That doesn't necessarily mean it's different, but it's an indicator that it could be. So now let's go ahead and start testing these things. The question again was, is the new automotive pressure washer just a repackaged, re-accessory kit of the Ryobi 1800? So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and take the accessories from the new unit, plug it into the 1800 and see what we get. Again, PSI range and all that kind of stuff. Actually, I'm going to do a quick overview of the PSI range and GPM range of the included accessories on the Ryobi, the new automotive one. Okay, so the brand new Ryobi automotive pressure washer is all hooked up. Water is on, as you can see, right? I already purged out the line. I'm going to go ahead and fire it on. So there we go, we are on. You can hear it's nice and precise. The total stop system works great. Here we go. So I don't know what the amps we're reading right now, but again, I think it was around 14.3, so we'll see that in a second.
sounds
And again,
sweet.
guys, the PSI range, just about 900 PSI. As the unit warms up, that'll increase more and more, but on my initial test, I got about 900 PSI. Again, over time, as units break in as well, they also become a little more efficient, so we'll probably get up to that 950,000 PSI mark, which is fantastic for car detailing. So when you have more water flow, the PSI doesn't matter as much. 900 PSI. Now, what we're gonna do now, with that unit, I was getting 1.6 GPM. I'm not gonna test that again. It's in the original video. I'm now going to just turn that unit off, run into the 1800 now, this exact setup, right? This hose, this gun, this nozzle, so that it is just the new accessory pack, and see what the 1800 can do with these accessories.
That 1200 do sound different. As soon as you turn it on, you crank it up, it sound different.
Now the 1800 is all plugged in and ready to go. Again, running the same accessory pack, the 40-foot hose into this gun. I have the amp meter ready to go as well, so we'll start testing this. Alright, so as soon as I turn that thing on, it sounds different to me. I don't know if it's the motor or the pump that is sounding different, but something sounds different. Again, we're going to go ahead and start testing this thing. 1800 PSI unit with all the factory accessories from the automotive, the 3.4 nozzle. Feels extremely lighter, doesn't have the same amount of kickback, or it also doesn't feel like there's as much pressure coming out or flow. There's just not as much force. Let's see.
Now it's that bigger orifice tip.
All right, so with this unit, we're running at about 650 PSI with these nozzles. So again, 900 versus 650.
It's a big difference.
Now, that may make sense, right? So let's go ahead and test the GPM with this thing as well. Run it into a bucket for 1 minute. We'll measure that out and see what it weighs. Traditionally, like if you're going unit to unit, like if I was still using the automotive pressure washer and was reducing my PSI, I would be increasing my GPM. Let's see if this increases GPM. If we're getting more GPM, I don't know, that might be a great thing, but let's go ahead and test it. Okay, again, here's the bucket, here's the lid. I had to, just because of the shape of the nozzle, I have to do it this way, but it's all set. We're gonna go ahead and put it into the bucket so I don't get splashed and we don't lose any water. Okay, we're gonna run this thing again for 1 minute. So let me get my stopwatch out and let's test. All right, guys, here we go.
We're probably gonna get 1.1 gallons per minute. Barely 1.2.
All right, guys, it already looks like substantially less water to me than what the automotive one did, but let's go ahead and weigh it out now and see exactly where it comes.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up your store.
All right, guys, so I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but here are the numbers that I'm getting currently in comparison to the new Ryobi automotive pressure washer. Again, 900 PSI, 1.6 GPM. This one was getting 650 PSI, I believe, maybe 700, 650 to 700. But the total weight with the bucket was 212.9 ounces. You subtract the weight of the bucket, which was 34.1 ounces, comes to 178.8 ounces. Now I rounded that up just to be easy for my math. 179 ounces of total water capacity. Divide that by the weight of a gallon of water, which is 133.44 ounces. That gets us to 1.34 gallons per minute. So are these units the same? Substantially different. Definitely different. The new automotive is getting more PSI and more flow. So I don't know if they changed the motor, because I believe these are still both universal motors, but they definitely changed out the pump, guys, to a high flow pump to be able to get those numbers. So I'm very, very impressed with that. Yeah, this unit's doing fantastic numbers. I think if you're buying a pressure washer and you're on a budget and you want to get something for washing your car, the Ryobi 1200 PSI, 1.8 GPM listed automotive pressure washer is a fantastic choice for 150 bucks. Even if you still go and upgrade the accessories, the gun, I wouldn't recommend upgrading. It's fine. It does a great job. Hose, just to a better quality hose if you wanted to do that. Now these Ryobis run with the Uberflex hose, no problem. That's my favorite hose. I don't know if I have one here. I don't, but I'll put a link up here to it, our picture, and I'll link it down in the description. Super, super flexible, lightweight, 50 feet long, fantastic hoses. Highly recommend those. So that's it for today's video, guys. I wanted to just kind of debunk that and prove it side by side, because I wasn't sure either. Again, the footprint of these things, they look exactly the same, but no, the new Ryobi automotive pressure washer, substantially more pressure and flow for car detailing. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we will see you on the next one.